Welcome back, everyone. I'm Shinigami Tabris, and we're going to be playing some Dungeons and Dragons. We're not sponsored by anyone. We do all of this off of donations from you guys at home and, just being here. Thank you so much for your time. It's available. Our D&D games are always Thursday around 7 p.m. Central, and then on Saturdays are the re-airs on YouTube. Without further ado, what happened last time in D&D?
A lot and very little at the same time.
Indeed.
It's going to probably be more of that this
I rolled once. Luckily, it was a decent roll, so I didn't have to feel bad about it.
I think there was like 3 rolls the whole game. Which
I absolutely loved last session.
Oh no, that was great.
I love role playing.
Just literally, Boomer's like, "Hey, what you want to do?" It's like, sit here. There ain't shit I can do.
Honestly, the interrogation was the most interesting part.
Oh,
Yeah.
with the
I thought about picking up Encode Thoughts for what that may mean with everybody playing this little Shadow War, because I feel like there's a lot of people who want to be promoted.
So let's see. We're captured. Ben's captured with his captors, so we're captured square.
Captureception.
Yes, capturedception. Most of the crowd was in black robes. We're being judged for breaking the rules. Then realized that, oh, hey, the person that's going to be judging us is Ralph Soren, who I actually follow. They destroyed my sending stone. Everybody else was sent off to be cleansed. And they got Zone of Truth. And first, though, they got cleansed with some chemical and all that stuff. Asked a bunch of questions. And apparently we learned that a lot of deities are coming. Or saints and deities and everybody else.
Just scary
Mhm.
things.
I'm underdressed.
Lowbuckle got pissed because some people name dropped him. I'm pretty sure I name dropped him too, I think. Because
Pretty sure
I
most
had a
of us
lady
did.
smile at me. So,
I didn't. I just fucked us over.
Yeah.
That's better.
But then we learned that Lowbuckle warned Barnabas and Onion that they're going to have a choice. They can either become mortal, human, or whatever.
Onion winds up becoming.
Yeah. Or die. Psycho found a sister and gave us the hint for the Black Star Shard. Or for the code, which was the star, the Black Star.
It was the
And
very
yeah.
information filled
it was.
evening.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I got written down.
Onion went and questioned Lowbuckle and Cole about quite a few things.
And now he's very, very nervous.
Understandably.
Aren't you nervous about what's going to happen?
Oh, they are.
We are.
So, does anybody want to do anything? Because we're still on that day.
I believe that it ended with me still in that room.
It did.
Oh yeah, and Barnabas had a shave.
Yep.
Shave and haircut.
Onion is going to do something very uncharacteristic. I'm not going to actually say the words, but if perhaps it could be of help. Actually, if perhaps it could be of help, could you use my true name in any way?
Cole sort of chuckles and he. It might be of help, but doubtful, and it's already known.
Onion will be taken aback by this, given that, to their knowledge, only they and their familiar know. How would that be possible?
Well, if the rumors are true, others have used your name beforehand.
What name have they used? And if
And he pulls out a piece of paper and writes it down and hands it to you,
and it
and
is
it's off by like a syllable.
that is uncomfortably close.
So the rumors are wrong.
Okay. Well. I just burned this.
Okay. He takes it and like rips it up and hands it to Lowbuckle, and Lowbuckle goes. And walks out the door.
You know what? With all the things that have been revealed, I don't think I want to know how that was figured out.
It's still along the same rumors of your brother.
I mean, okay, but he shouldn't have known either. I have some thinking to do about that. I give you a flower, but I have neither my outfit nor my magic at the moment.
Oh, it's fine. Oh, they didn't bring me the bog yet, anyways.
Let me know if you have any other useful information. Or if you need anything.
I'm waiting for a couple of people to arrive.
I think I will go wait in the square. See if I can't find anyone.
Stay safe.
If that is possible.
I'm sure. Can be. And then, like, he's got this huge grin on his face.
This makes me uncomfortable.
Is it like a malicious grin or is it like genuine?
No, it's genuine. He's a very jovial, like, sort of outgoing person, so...
I will. And I know I said to say thanks to my patron, but also thanks to you too.
Think nothing of it.
We'll use you later.
And with that, Onion will kind of dissociatively stumble out of the building.
Yes.
Is Psycho doing anything?
After he said his goodbyes, he was heading back to his abode
Okay.
that they are currently staying at. After taking a quick look at the thing in the distance, the altar or whatever.
Oh, the flame?
Yeah.
Okay. Barnabas.
Once Barnabas is finished coming back from his shaven haircut, outside of the door, he's going to dig up some dirt and bring it inside to his little private room, lay it on the ground, and put the sticks out. Apparently, you're not here. I figured you kind of would be. I need you to be here and help me. I really don't want to lose the one good thing I got from my past. Help me keep this. As he's praying to whatever the hell the voice is, because apparently nobody knows.
Is it really a voice though?
He was given visions, it wrote in the dirt,
Oh,
gave arrows.
Kind of a voice.
kind of, but
And spraying to it, and then after he finishes spraying, he's gonna take his armor and sword out into the common room and start cleaning it, doing maintenance.
Okay. About this time, Edane and Finn,
Mm-hmm.
throughout the day, the flame, it's harder to tell during the day that it does it, but it definitely, like, you can still, there's little hints that it's changed colors. And watching the area, it has become very noticeable the fact that there's more people of different heights and different sizes coming through the center. The one that really stands out though is a lithe figure in the black robes being trailed by this ginormous bear-like creature.
Is it a bugbear?
No, bugbears look humanish.
They're
Wait.
basically hairy
Like
hobgoblins.
this is a bugbear.
Oh, okay.
It's like a hairy
And
or,
Sorry.
or
I'm not there, so
that
I
flame's
can't ask
just been
questions.
blue, right?
huh?
That flame's just been blue.
Yep.
It's been going blue and yellow. Yeah, blue and back to normal.
I'm not there, so I can't ask questions.
So they have access to flute power.
You guys have seen a very live figure with the bear-like creature before.
Have we?
Lice had an owlbear.
I don't know who Lice is. I've not met Lice.
Yeah, it was just two of us. So it's
Oh.
literally just a day in seeing this.
Oh shit! I forgot that you weren't there for that.
Yeah, it was afterward.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, because we met after that meeting in the weird little pocket plane.
Yeah. It only just happened back then.
Lice had an owlbear.
And
The
the
one
pet?
thing I remember about.
Is that her pet or her what?
So since I don't have anything else to do, can I try and see if I recognize people as they're coming in, like that one?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
You got this.
We'll see. Nope, not with that. Well, maybe we'll see. That's the one.
A what?
11.
Okay. Well, so this is the giant creature that's walking with.
It's rolling.
Oh,
So it's not in the road.
Now,
No,
Okay,
that's
it's
not a
a-
road.
it's
It's being
massive.
trailed by
I
a giant
forgot
bear-like
how
creature.
huge these things are,
Oh yeah.
and it's a full-grown one
Why
too.
is there an owlbear in the city? Like Onion is saying that to themselves because, like I said, they're in the square now.
so I want to also make it very known that this is the average size of an owlbear.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, so that's just a oversized one?
That's a DAD owlbear. That's like the DAD.
That's like that giant-
Steroids they pump it into that.
I think maybe it's like the giant elk
I think it's gone.
that you guys in Basil saw.
Oh.
So if you don't mind,
It was
hitting
the
back
matron of owlbears.
just the small one.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how small. Wow.
Yeah. So
Terrifying.
yeah. So standard size owlbear. Well, like I said,
God
giant,
used owlbear.
yeah, giant owlbear.
Oh, when you get back, you get to vividly see for the first time a semi-clean shaven Barnabas. And that jaw has been broken many times. And lots of scars.
Wanted to look your best, huh?
Get rid of some of the scruff.
After a few hours of sitting and staring and watching all of this going on, one of the cloaked figures comes up to you, Yui Dane. So, what did we do?
Apparently, I decided to use a sending stone outside the gates. without knowing the rules. About it.
Give me a wisdom save.
Oh no.
Yeah. Which one am I good at? Not that one, I think. Nope, not that one. Cool.
Zone of truth.
Yeah, you're just here to screw me, aren't you? That's an 8.
You feel a tickle in your head,
Detect thoughts.
and they, So you used the sending stone, being a law-abiding person normally.
It helps when you know what the law is.
Who sent you here?
No one particularly sent us. We just heard a prophecy that there may be something to do with Ormen and that we should go check it out. And we've been trying to find it for many months now. And we weren't even sure this was exactly it. We saw the script. We saw the script on the sign out there, and we had somebody working on trying to translate it, so I tried to communicate with them and say, hey, we see more of the script, and then road figures. By the way, no sign saying, no magic. Just say.
Only certain people can cast magic in the Ormen walls.
Well, that's fair. But like I said, we had no idea. No forewarning, no signs, no nothing.
Thank you.
Do I recognize this figure, or is it like held enough?
They keep the cowl down enough to. They walk up to you, Finn, and so what brings you here?
I woke up.
Sounds wrong. Last time I saw him before we were here, he was asleep.
And I may have tried to find love with a little bit of assistance.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
That's the truth. What is this?
Yeah.
Plus the wisdom.
Yeah, plus your wisdom saving.
23.
Hey,
Sure.
so assistance in finding love.
Yes.
Did we do anything else to end up here?
Lots of things.
Such as.
Pissed off a few nobles.
There are no nobles here.
That's good. And I may have cheated at a hand or two. And then there was that one time in the girls' lavatory.
Low scruples. And we attempt to change others' thoughts.
Just modify them a little bit.
Who sent you here?
What's taken here?
5?
These assholes.
Okay.
It's really hard to think with the piss running down my leg.
Oh my god.
I love them so much.
I was told that honesty was the best policy, so that's what I'm going for.
Right. I'll send someone to clean you later.
Is it our friend?
Maybe.
It'd be nice if it was our friend. She wouldn't be disappointed.
Yeah, my slight headcanon is that possibly Finn, but if Barnabas was up here, the Dane would be sitting here answering the word black to I spy with my little eye something.
Okay, out of character, can you
What?
mention
Bro.
something?
Sure.
It's not a big deal, but like, he's not necessarily a rambler. I didn't know how to deal with that last one because like that's Finn's kind of created by the way I think to an extreme, obviously. But more of a used car salesman, so he's more avoidant if he's going to ramble than actually engaging.
Right. The figure steps away from you and steps up in front of the other one and starts going through the same spiel,
I did torture him.
asking questions and getting answers. And when he gets to the gnome, he does a hand gesture, and the gnome starts, and the guy goes through the same spiel with him, asking questions. And he does ask like why they picked you up, and what brought them to the town and so forth. And when he's done, he quietly just walks off.
Does he put the muzzle back on the gnome?
Yes.
There's a reason it's there. Everybody's gonna just keep it.
Could have kicked him or something. That'd been fun too.
So a little after noon.
Oof.
It's not hard for those that are in the square to not notice this is one of the few figures that is not in black robes.
Are they in colorful?
I guess you would call it colorful because it's bright purples
Mm-hmm.
and gold
Ooh.
pauldrons. Behind them is a gentleman in blacks and blues with black hair that has streaks of white in it, and behind both of them
Mm-hmm.
is that.
Is that a dragon egg or something?
No, that's the
Nope.
giant.
That's the Obelix.
That's the nope oblex. The nope oblex.
Those are the noteblicks.
What's
that-
Oblex?
The slime.
The
The
slime
slime
things?
things that can turn into people.
But
Oh!
But
as
I'll-
far as we know, there are greens, whites, and those two would know about reds.
It sounded like a fitness machine.
Those are what just took out Mudbark.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't saw those too.
Yeah, that's when we got onion because that's what.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the thing that can just
Time is
like
weird.
it absorbs.
So is that like the daddy version of with that little girl and the other thing we're having?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you eat enough, you upgrade.
Oh
That's
yeah.
a lot. Critical ass.
Hey, that one came from Farron.
Horrifying. No thank yous.
And they don't know like who's in control of them, do they?
Nope.
I wonder if one of those guys is the Zion.
Onion just kind of like quietly
That's something
sitting
that
there
really
to
interests me,
themselves.
I feel like I got a lot of gaps in this.
So you said there was the road figure, then there was one figure behind him,
Okay,
and then the Obelix.
here you go.
I'm just curious if I would recognize the figure behind.
Here. There's figure number one.
Hey, it's the sexy tiefling woman.
On a side note, Boomer, if there's
A teeth.
if there's any
What
history,
the heck is a tiefling doing in here?
Why the fuck is there a tiefling on this
Boomer.
continent?
Boomer, if there's any history that he would need to know or something, let me know because like I'm still trying to gather all this in my head.
That's a sexy.
The only reason I have this history is
Mm.
because I've
Like-
been since episode 1.
Still from Tyria, you know.
All of this is happening from this
Okay.
campaign within like the last year.
Yeah, so some of us don't even remember really.
Yeah.
That's horrifying, but also damn.
I think that is the Zion. The Zion
guy
was
that
the first follower.
I remember that part.
And
That
wasn't
kind of
he-
intrigued me.
Wasn't he
Is
in the
it the
blue?
Zion?
He's the one that said judgment.
Yeah,
I
and he
mean,
was
'cause
blue.
we
He
saw
was in
it.
blue.
Saw them originally.
If you are in the square, you can give me a perception check.
I'm assuming I'm walking
Around
this time, or am I still in the?
Oh, we did good last time. Let's see. So that's wisdom, right? I got a 21.
Well, unfortunately, you don't know who the Zion is anyway.
So,
Ah!
but it looks cool, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You said perception?
Because of the stupid eye, 6.
Literally an 11, again, same roll. So I'm thinking Adane's just seeing the giant red,
Oh yeah.
and his brain's going brrr.
But it does. It just follows behind them, and they come to the center, and they just stop right outside of the town of the whole square where everybody's gathered,
Mhm.
and you see one of the robed figures walk up to them and like say something. They're far enough away you can't hear it, and they're all three of them are escorted towards a building somewhere else.
They're home.
Demi-fiend, slime monster, Demi-fiend, slime monster. These things are not supposed to be here.
I think one thing you would know is tieflings are killed outright
Yeah,
on Tyria.
Yeah.
things are bad.
I just realized something, and I'm okay with this. So there are certain things that Finn shouldn't know that you're kind of protecting me from. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, kind of figured. I just caught on to that. I apologize.
But it's commonly known tieflings are killed outright.
Yeah.
I kind of heard some stuff with D&D about that.
No, regular D&D, it's not that way.
Really?
It's
My world,
yeah.
they
I
are
thought they're generally like frowned upon or feared though, aren't they?
they are generally frowned upon because it is the mating of a demon or a
They have demonic blood.
yeah.
They've fiend
They're
in the
groping
blood,
outside
but
history.
So like a good idea of like how a tiefling can come about is like a succubus and a human,
Okay.
or an incubus and a human.
well, that would produce a
Good
Cambion, and then their child would be
Yeah.
tiefling.
They
But,
have
like-
demonic blood in their ancestry.
I'm sorry, but Lord said I thought that incubus would kill their prey after they.
No.
That'd be
Yeah, I thought they would kill them outright though.
No.
they
What do
feed
they look
off of-
like?
What incubuses?
They're hot.
Yeah.
Hot, they feed off of
Like,
the,
they're
they
the
feed off
male
life force,
variant
but that
of
doesn't mean that they
succubus.
automatically die.
Oh.
They also like
okay.
to sing the song
Fabio
Drive.
horns?
You also have to think about it. There are times that you will find somebody that you enjoy more than others,
Yeah.
and you would like to experience
them
that
around.
again.
Okay, I see. Makes
It's kind of
sense.
like when you go and buy like a $500 bottle of wine. You want to savor that as long
Yeah.
as you can.
Yeah. I
And Onion's
see.
the only one in the party that has a vague association with the succubus because one of his old friends got charmed by one.
Oh yeah.
Well, friends is a very loose term.
The people I was traveling with for 2 days before they all got eaten by a dragon.
Yeah, that.
Well, technically, I got burned by the
That
dragon.
was Basil too.
You got
Basil.
This
disintegrated
was
by the dragon.
secondary campaign that was 20 years prior to this.
Yeah.
The Crest campaign.
Yeah, what the fuck did he get eaten by? Something that like
Dragon.
Oh,
Basil?
Basil's.
His tin had bones in it.
It was a weird lizard thing in the sand.
Yeah, I've heard like somewhat like a dragon, but also it could burrow.
We
No
don't
idea.
know.
We have no clue.
The waste is fucked up. That's all we know.
I
It's-
do
Race
like
is
that.
fucked up. The sand had bones.
I'm trying to remember what creature that was because it was definitely something out of this.
Yep.
Mhm.
It
So
was
is it-
some desert dwelling
It's the magic
creature
book,
that
right?
Yeah.
had tremor sense.
But it's different in waste. It's worse.
Yes.
Oh yeah, way worse.
Unless
I'm still
you're
more-
near the magic deity or an elf or a couple other stipulations, you're fine. But the rest of us,
So if I pulled an elf, they would have been a little bit better off.
not necessarily.
Not on
Not-
Tyria.
Not on Tyria.
Tyria is very, very.
Racist.
Yeah. I was trying to not say the word. But...
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Band-Aid needs to be ripped.
That's the term.
We're the only two that have played non-human characters, and I suffered for it. I played a Goliath.
Well, I got what he is. And the
I
whole-
never went into a city. My character started in a city. I was like, oh, if that's your slave, we can clip his ears.
And then Charlie was like, "No, thank you."
And so he had to sit outside a shop.
Why
because
is
he
that
was
a
not allowed
practice? How does that cultural?
That is the defining feature of that is a slave, is their ears are clipped.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
That's why Barnabas has half of his ears.
Yeah, I just know that I thought you had an ear fetish when we first met you.
Nope.
Now notice that Onion does not have clipped ears because,
Onion is not
They-
from this time.
but also they tend to
Proud
hide
thing.
themselves with the hat.
Mhm.
I do like the new hat. I saw the thing. That's cool.
So,
Back to game.
anybody want to do or say anything at this point?
While waiting on a response, if there even is one, ask around to see if there's a blacksmith at all in this town.
So you're gonna go ask the girl that.
Yeah.
Okay. We have everything that you need.
So in our travels over here, I picked up like a suit of armor, and I'd like to get it fitted, if at all possible, or trade.
I can take you there later.
Please do.
I
And
have to go do my prayers first.
and if you could tell us when this judgment thing is happening, because apparently I need to be around for it.
That's up to the gods.
How would we know when it's happening?
There's a ring of the bells.
Okay.
Oh, that makes sense now.
And do you care if I went with you for your prayers?
You're welcome to follow me, but my prayers are for me.
Yeah, it's just looking around, getting my bearings around here.
So she goes back into her house and then comes back in a black robe.
Mhm.
And she has the hood down to begin with, and she's follow me. And as she starts to walk, she pulls it up. And you start to meander through, and there are tons of people coming out of houses, and others are leaving. So basically, they've set it up.
There's a prayer rotation.
There is a rotation. That way, not everybody is at the center at the same time.
So they're
Everybody's
going
not
to the castle.
asshole to elbow.
Oh, so they're all praying right here in front.
Yes.
Cool.
Praying in front of the tower.
They're praying for your all death.
What?
Anybody? Anything else?
Just,
Uh,
just scanning.
Finn's gonna ask him about the god of justice.
Do you want to know?
Well, what do you know about him? He seemed to be an acolyte for him.
Well, I mean, he's one who, when you're part of the law, tends to be kind of come with the territory. So you want to make sure that when you're making decisions, that if it's not the written law, it's at least some code given. And with them judging us,
So it
we'll
would,
see if I've prevailed in that.
So it would do him a disservice to say that law is very simplified. That it's just simply black or white.
That's what I don't know. At least I don't think I would have known if the tenant, the known thing is that he's just a black or white kind of deity, or if it's just he's judgment, and that's up for interpretation to figure out.
So there's different sects on, like, some believe that he's fully like black and white, and some believe that judgment is a gray area.
Right. That's probably where Dane would have leaned towards.
But
is more of the gray
It
area.
is. It's a matter of like, if you go to this church,
Yeah.
they say it's
Religion
this
is
way.
up to interpretation.
Yeah.
So he's got no place for tyranny. Is that what it's saying?
I wouldn't think so. But again, I haven't exactly talked to him personally.
Well, if I die, I die, but I would like to meet him.
As
Yeah,
you
that's-
say that, hey Dane,
Yes.
in your head you hear, so wrong.
I wish far away. I just said that too.
The Black Star Shard's still casting shade. You're wrong, bitch.
Y'all
Which-
got all kinds
wait.
of things talking inside y'all's heads.
Snyder
Wrong about not
seems
talking
most
to him hard, or
normal.
wrong about
Yeah, that's what we'll say.
wrong about not
Well,
talking
he
to him
doesn't
hard, or
have a
wrong
weird
about the
voice in his
tyranny
head.
part?
I belong here.
How close to the stage is Barnabas left yet? He's not going to get on the stage.
You can get all the way to the stage.
Looking at the weird little pedestal thing,
Huh?
Barnabas heard we're looking for coins.
Okay.
Oh no.
Does there
Hey.
look like there might be a coin-shaped thing on it somewhere?
On the side
Okay.
here.
We're looking for coins. Remind me.
You weren't there for it, but Lobakel told us we were needing to find 3 keys. Coins.
I didn't know if there was possibly like a coin at the front as a symbol or
Nope.
anything like that.
So this is supposed to like I said, I didn't get a chance to print it.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, I did print all. I was trying to print something for tonight, but the printer broke, and
Aw.
I've ordered a part. So like it is again. I was going to print the piece to go. I planned to print the piece for that and print something else, and
Then your printer said nope.
It's aside from the tower, that's the only like defining feature that I've remotely seen.
Yeah. so like the best way to explain the thing in the front. Imagine a giant stone that has a ton of runes.
The Ten Commandments like Moses had?
No,
No.
more like an actual like a boulder.
Okay.
Carcass?
So
Carsus?
What about that thing that Imp was playing with that I grabbed a while back? That's just a gold coin, right?
Yeah, it was just
That was just
Okay, good. So,
not saying anything, but in Cant, it's gonna be, I'm sorry, I'm trying, and then back up.
okay.
can't respond.
You don't understand?
However, in my head, I'm gonna be like, where the fuck have you been this whole time?
I don't say I'm clean and have a shave.
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm
right.
blonde.
Do I see like Barnabas
Ritzy
in front of the crowd? Because I'm
Yeah.
like in the square, kind of
You
looking
can,
around
give
for
me a
people that I
perce-
recognize.
Give me a perception check.
Like, now I am very bad at those.
Hello. How can I help you? You want pets?
12.
Well, yeah, you can see Barnabas.
I mean, I'm standing.
I mean, he's one of the few people not in a black robe. So yes, it's.
no black robe,
I'm
shiny
assuming,
blonde
I'm
hair.
assuming I don't recognize anyone else
tall.
there though, aside from the people on this.
Nope.
So noticing that Barnabas is actually, towards the front, Onion is going to go join him. Find anything interesting? Or anyone?
Let's see, show you. And now it is like, since I've finished looking at that thing, it's head down. Because they're still chained up. This is the closest Barnabas has gotten to them.
After while Barnabas is that close, a black robe figure comes up, and they are carrying a small tub, like a clay tub, and they stop in front of a game, and you are to be cleansed. Hold your breath.
And this is gonna freak Barnabas out.
And they
Onion will kind
put
of.
their hands into the thing, and they throw it on you, and it burns.
Ooh, has it got that stuff in it?
But at the same time, you feel everything dry up. So if you have relieved yourself on yourself, all the sweat, everything just.
Well, so I was gonna say, having experienced this past Saturday being in the sun for like 4 hours with a lot of water and then suddenly not needing to pee, I realized he sweated out. So he may not have sold himself too bad.
Yeah, but now you got crusty draws.
Yeah.
That's
true.
No, they're clean. You got
Good
hit
guy.
with prestidigitation
Yeah.
powder.
And it's that chemical burn
Mm.
feel,
Yeah, it had that stuff in it.
but like you're clean. Like it's removed mud, removed dirt.
Well, thank you for that.
They walk up to Finn and hold your breath.
Okay.
And again, they pop you with it. And it's the same for you. It's a harsh chemical feel, but like everything now feels clean.
Like soap in your piss hole.
Nah, man, it's peppermint extract.
But they do it to all.
That is
Everybody
an
who's
oddly
up there.
specific thing to mention.
It's painful.
And they walk off, and
Oh, I'll say this. This is the cleanest I've been in months.
Yeah, it's a very straightforward method, isn't it?
Pretty nifty. Now, out of game question here. Was the same stuff that they were used where they had to protect their actual items?
No.
Okay, so the two things I've still got sheathed on me are fine.
yes.
Okay.
Or they wouldn't have
Or I would be
taken our
hearing
weapons and everything?
Huh?
They wouldn't have taken our weapons and everything?
they, why,
Why
would they?
Why would they need to? You are completely and utterly immobilized.
Yeah.
True.
But that's
I'm
also
wiping
why they
the bench
can't use
right
the
now.
same thing that was used on them, because it would
Destroy those.
destroy the shackles.
Sense.
No wiggle finger for you.
Mm-hmm.
We know it. We know what to do to survive.
Wiggle fingers.
Yeah, sure, spirit fingers.
I miss Crusher.
So after a few minutes, and for Barnabas, you're gonna be waiting for her. You're gonna be there now.
It's as soon as like the power got brought out, it's moving over to
Yeah.
back to the stage.
So after about an hour, what is Psycho's the only one that's not in the town square? Correct?
Yeah, 'cause I think I'm still with my sister at this time.
Okay. That's what I was wondering, was how long are you going to spend?
I was probably gonna spend the most of the day there, and
Okay. Because you caught her as she was leaving her prayers.
yeah.
For those in the middle of the square, you've seen some odd things. The next one is just as awkward.
Fun.
Uh,
Bring it to me.
as you see a person wearing what looks like furs.
Furs.
He has a skull mask made out of a creature. And he just comes wandering through, and as he walks through, there are plants that come up behind him and instantly die.
Oh.
Fritz's son of the spirit of Basil.
No, those two are joined. I remember this, but Finn doesn't.
Life and death.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cycle.
Onion is a bit entranced.
I'd say
Actually,
that's very much Onion's go-to thing.
like
The steps of Sam's. It's beautiful.
bloom and wither, bloom and wither, life and death.
That's so weird.
So, and you had mentioned that like every god or anyone filling that role has like their own attaches, which are these saints, right?
Yep.
And explain again, where does Lobach fit in that? Because I know he's kind of subordinate to Cole.
Technically, he's a saint for goblins.
He's not subordinate to Cole. He just works with Cole.
He works with it.
Oh, okay. That makes
We were just under the impression that he worked
Work
for.
for.
Trade information.
so. They're actually somewhat comrades, aren't they? Friends.
So what?
Would you consider them friends?
Cole and Loba.
I'm good.
Anybody need anything on that?
Mm-mm.
I mean, you're not sure what their relationship is.
It would have to be something gleaned from interaction, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this person walks through and they stop and they scan the area for a second, and they make a beeline towards Onion.
Oh no!
Wait, that person?
Yep.
Quit fucking talking to me.
They
So Onion
Well,
and
we're
Barnabas
kind
are
of over
standing next to each
here.
other.
So he's gonna be nuts.
They will like kind of instinctually and Sylvan go, "Can I help you?"
What do you say? Onion speaks in sing song.
do you know Primordial?
No, I know Draconic, which I imagine is
So
related.
so first you hear a like very guttural noise come from it, and then it I don't speak with humans much anymore.
I wish I had that luxury.
I was informed by Cole to seek you.
Oh,
Yes, I suppose. You are.
Wow.
Which one did Cole say that was? Or did he?
that is nature.
One of the saints, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're one of the saints of Cole's. Okay.
They
growing
call me
forest.
the growing forest. And as he's standing, you see what used to die behind him, it's continuing to grow.
Just a couple trees, just
That's familiar sight.
it gets the beautification.
You're the one that
Barnabas
was
is squatted down.
sent to help me
poking
get my
flowers.
flowers back.
The head cocks to the side, and he. Yes.
All right. Where do we need to do this?
It sounds so awful.
The mother is waiting for us outside.
Outside. The city?
Yes.
But aren't I unable to come back if I leave?
I grant you permission to come to Ormen a second time.
Fill up.
Take it. Let's go.
It's almost like he speaks like an ant.
And they will like take the hat and just throw it.
Just grab
And it just looks like tiny fedora on Barnabas.
Barnabas now has a hat.
Um,
Onions hat.
is anybody following?
I'm waiting,
You're gonna wait? Okay.
and I was not asked to go.
I'll follow. Away.
So, you follow Mulholland, and they take you to a different entrance than the one that you came through.
Mhm.
And, not far outside of, you can see, not far outside of the entrance, there is that giant owlbear with a small figure standing next to it.
That is probably the biggest owlbear I've ever seen.
There you go.
I thought that would have been nice. I was wrong.
But she had, you know,
I think he stole my nos.
He did steal your nos.
I didn't want
You
to
don't
crush
need all that caffeine, buddy.
I didn't want to crush it with super loud pots.
Just put it in the just put it in the crusher.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir, Mr. Troublemaker.
So,
Don't do it. Just leave it. Yeah.
Lock it.
like,
I don't know if it'll.
Onion is a little bit nervous upon initially seeing the owlbear, but quickly, like, composed themselves. Because, like, clearly, if, like, all these saints are around, this isn't much of a threat.
He walks up to the lady, and he bows to her, and she bows back, and he, again in that first language he first started with, just quickly, and she replies, and she, you have to forgive him. Common is not readily used where he stays now.
I take no offense. It's not commonly used where I'm from either.
All informed him that you lost items that you deemed valuable on accident.
Yes. Most of the clothing that I usually wear is composed of flowers from the Fey realm, which are innately magical. I lost them during whatever that cleansing process was.
We have been asked to help provide you with something common.
Okay?
So it will not be from the Feywild, but it will be similar. Is there anything in particular you would like?
Yes. Is there anything in particular you would like?
I know exactly why you're pointing that out, and I think I talked to you earlier about it. Onion is going to describe something very similar to their original garb, though less colorful.
Okay. They talk it over in that odd language, And after about a minute or two of talking, they turn and look at you,
Mhm.
and they say, "Again, we are sorry that it happened."
Just wish I had been told that all magic outside of that bubble would have been destroyed, because I might have thought of it then.
It's a shame. Give us a minute, and we might be able to provide you with what you have requested. And they both like sit down next to each other, and they're facing each other, and they start to chant. And the whole time that they're sitting, you see, particularly around Mulholland, again, the trees start to grow. And it was as he left the city, and like as you guys were following, things just wilted and died. And it's growing more and more, and it starts to spread out away from him. And you start to see new flowers and things you haven't seen before.
I had my backpack, I'm assuming.
Would you have carried it with you through the town, or would you
More
have
than-
left it at your house?
I don't know if I would have brought the backpack. I'm pretty sure I would have brought the book, though, which is mainly what I'm going for.
Okay.
So, like, kind of reach into the side pouch, bring out the ink and quill, and just start jotting the plants that they don't recognize.
And after a couple of minutes, these large vines appear, and sprouting from them are giant leaves in a sort of darker green, closer to a like. It has like an ash-like color to it.
So, like a dark, dull green.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then a white flower comes out, and eventually the mother stands up, and she walks over and like snatches the flower, and she starts to cast something else. And she pulls the petals, or the leaves down, and starts casting the same spell. And at this, Mulholland stands and he says something, and then turns and starts to walk back to the town. This is the first time also you see that nothing that grew dies.
So, an effect of Ormen, not him.
Or when she's around.
She walks over, and this is what we present.
Is it like a ready-made outfit, or is it something that they would need to put together?
You'll have to put it together, but it's
Be enough.
similar to what you've seen before.
And this area is pretty secluded, right?
No, you're right outside of the town.
Think about it for a second, and you're like, this will most certainly work. As they kind of like start putting together what they're going to do with each of the pieces.
I'm glad that we could help you.
Thank you very much. Did I catch your name?
I am Mother Protector. They just refer to me as Mother.
Very poetic name.
My real name was lost years ago.
Until recently, I thought mine had merely been spoken.
She's mother.
I have been informed that you pray to archfays. I know you are not human, but I hope that this will change sooner rather than later. We don't like the Fae meddling with our work.
Well, unfortunately, I'm here because your world meddled with mine.
Yes, but bringing others, it's preferred not to happen.
Don't summon archdemons.
Yeah, don't.
Well, Onion doesn't really know how to respond to this because they're not sure if it's like a threat or a warning.
Yes.
Both? Possibly?
I mean, what do you get when a bear growls? It could be a threat. It could be a warning. I'm not sure.
It could just be, hey, pet me.
I would advise against
Aw, you know, never know. If you speak with animals, maybe they're friendly.
It's
that. I was thinking about camping at one point.
difficult not to want to make some connection to my home.
Understandable. But you get where we're concerned.
I suppose I do. Wish the concern was not needed.
Unfortunately, it's always needed.
Feels like this world is held together there very precariously.
Aren't they all?
Some more than others.
Again, we hope that it has helped you. And that you are not slighted.
And that I'm not what?
Slighted.
Do not mistake my indignance for disrespect and ungratefulness. I do appreciate it.
I have other matters to attend to.
I'm sure you do with your status.
And the owlbear sits up, and like while you were watching it, vines and everything grew around it, and it never moved. And it just and lumbers right behind her, and they walk back into the town.
Aw. Oh, bears are cute.
So technically, Onion could make a break for it. Because you could come right back whenever. Suppose. But
I mean,
Be careful about walking too far. You might get hit in the gut with glowing.
we had a different interest.
Onion is going to spend some time out among the plants, just kind of enjoying what they can before wandering back in, because they want to look for other beings they recognize, namely Saffron. but
Okay.
also, the masked figure, or they're not looking for him, but Crystal comes to mind.
Okay.
As you walk in, you hear, "I am here."
There's a testicle lady.
So, Barnabas, after about 2 hours, the lady that has been helping you stands, and she walks over and she. So you said you wanted to see a blacksmith.
That's right.
Shall we?
Please lead the way.
And he takes you through the town, closer to the wall of the town. There is a building, and as you get close, you can hear it and you can smell the coal that's being burned, and it does start to get a little warmer. And there, in the middle of the town, at the edge of town, is a blacksmith. The furnace is actually built into the wall, so that the smoke goes strictly like
It goes out of the city.
yeah. The person there. Can I help you?
Yes, I had a question. And me and my group's travels, I picked up a suit of plate. I was wondering if you could help, like, refit it so I could wear it. And more than happy to trade off the scale and the chain.
No need for scale or chain.
Really, I'll need like half of it because I like being able to use my legs a bit more.
So you don't want plates?
Like half plate, like just like the upper part, like the chest and the shoulders and like the gauntlets of it. I don't, as a player, exactly know what all is half plate. I just know that it can be taken from a suit of full plate.
Yes and no. Because if you think about it, like when half plate is designed in concept of doing.
Yeah.
Full plate is like you're making a piece that's designed to fit a person.
It's pulling up half plate there. So you got like that chest.
Yes, the chest, shoulders, gauntlets.
Yeah.
You see some pictures mixed with chainmail.
Usually.
Yeah.
It's got like
typically
a
is.
chain
So
shirt.
it's like a step above a gambeson, right?
No, so okay. So if you think about in real life, the differences. So gambeson is just fluff.
Mhm.
Chainmail is the next thing up. What they call half plate. Very few people actually wore, but that would be the riding knights. And the reason that you would call what they wore to begin with half plate is they wanted the upper body protected and the lower body didn't have anything on it because the stirrups had a protection. And then later, because people, because of the way that armory worked and whatnot, they went to full plate so that they could also leave the horse and fight. And when you wear full plate, you have chainmail on.
Yeah.
Because full plate still has joints
that are exposed.
and the chainmail is in those joints because it does move more, but it still doesn't protect.
It doesn't
on
fully
that note-
protect. It just keeps it from.
On that note,
earth
I've
versus
read
deep.
something like
slashing.
there's just so much. But I was looking into Fighter at one point, and they have them mounted fighter, I believe.
Mhm.
Yes.
And that said, they're not the only ones that can find themselves on a horse in a fight, right?
That's
Correct.
Okay. So there would be
Just
benefits.
cavaliers and mounted combatants get extra benefits.
so. I mean, so what are you currently wearing?
The scale.
So even with scale mail, you've got chainmail sort of attached to that.
It just wouldn't be a chain shirt.
Yeah.
It'd be
Um,
used.
So that's the what a lot of people don't realize is like if you're wearing armor properly, that's the reason the armor class goes up every time,
Mhm.
and it becomes more and more cumbersome to wear according to D&D is because you're technically wearing 4 to 5 pieces of armor all together. You have your regular clothes. You probably have a piece of leather that goes on top of it to keep the chain.
You have that cloth thing. and
That's the
chain,
gambeson.
The gambeson
Right. So
chain,
mechanically
and then
speaking,
plate over
here,
that.
and I'm assuming that since D&D, I've used a character sheet before, but it was a long time ago. It kind of condenses some stuff.
Yeah,
Is there more that goes into my armor class than just what I'm wearing?
Your decks.
your
Your
dexterity.
dex.
It's my dexterity.
But there are certain armors that remove your dexterity.
That's when you get into heavy
Like-
armors.
So I put, just for funsies, heavy plate on a Dane just to see what it would do. My speed went from 30 to 10.
Because
Because I'm
don't
not
have the
strong. Yeah, I'm
You have to have a
and that
strength
can make a big
requirement.
difference.
Yeah. 'Cause-
You have to have a strength requirement to wear a few of the sets of heavy armors, and if you don't, your speed goes down, and you have to have proficiency in wearing. And that's the thing. Barnabas doesn't have heavy armor proficiency. That's why he's trying to get half plates.
So if you had stuff like if you're more long range, or if you know you could get in close, do some damage, and if they run around you, big deal, switch to something long range, or had Misty Step, you'd be okay, right? Typically speaking.
Again, it gets into having proficiencies because you can't cast certain spells
Oh,
if
so
you're
it
wearing
makes
the
sense.
armor that you are not proficient in.
Yeah, because think about when you're casting a spell, when it says semantic, semantic is your fingers and hand motions. So if you're wearing plate mail, plate is going to have the metal gauntlets
Restriction.
that restrict your fingers from being able to move. And sometimes when you're talking about semantics, you're not talking about doing this, you're also talking about crossing. And it's also not just your hands that are moving. You're doing it is the like if you've ever watched Doctor Strange, the
That's what
whole
she just said.
yeah, it's the whole motion
Yeah.
that gets into casting the spell. So like if you have a pauldron that's keeping your arm from coming forward, because pauldrons will do that,
Mm-hmm.
you can't come fully forward.
It likes to
You-
catch.
You'll catch here, and you can't technically
Fully casts.
finish your cast.
Especially if you specifically cast in ways like a wizard would. You need proficiency in the armor to figure out like how to get
This
around
is
that.
bringing up other questions, but
Yeah.
like I don't know.
Yeah. So that's the reason. So D&D like actually when they thought about all of that, and that's the reason at one point D&D's armory was like there were 3 or 4 books of like weapons and
Right.
armor, and 5th edition condensed it down to like
a chart.
a chart.
And then there are feats you can take that get around some of it as well.
So like there are certain weapons that if you want it, like a real life weapon that exists, what we do in 5th edition is we just reskin something very similar to it. But in 2nd edition, those actually existed.
Like if you
Like
wanted
a
if
halberd
you
or-
wanted a katana, you just have a longsword.
Yeah.
Or
You're
a
talking about the
halberd or
blacksmith.
a
The
blade
first
would
thing I
be
was thinking, I
pole.
want a scimitar.
Yeah.
So
Well,
this
powers
guy
and blades
crafts
are both
armor
good
for
there.
him. Can you like see? So there's room for like flavor and all kinds of stuff in that armor,
Yes.
right? Okay, that gives some thoughts.
But you're on a time constraint. It does take time to reconstruct armor and everything else. And how long are you guys gonna be here?
Yeah.
that's where when you're doing city games, and where this is not a city game, this is very much a like adventure out game.
I guess the question would be like, so you when it comes to the beast, do you allow for a little bit of realism as far as it goes to flavor?
What do you mean?
Well, cobras spit, so I was thinking possibly.
So cobras are a beast in the game.
Would that count as poisonous snake?
No, because a cobra is a very specific type of snake.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
And when you're getting on to the point of like, next up, what you're aiming for is, can I collect the spit? Well, good luck trying to collect the spit of a cobra, because that's
different
hard.
than the fang.
Yeah, I mean, even today, in today's technology, how do you get antivenoms? You collect the venom of the snake, and they don't collect it from them spitting. They legit
You have to
milk it
glands-
from the gland.
Okay.
So it is still, if you're wanting, for you wanting to make a poisoner, you still have to hold the snake and milk the gland into the vial to make the poisons.
So if I was to maybe somewhat design armor that like allowed him to coil, kind of concealed, could I lean him over like a vial or something, pinch that thing, just drop some stuff in?
Have you ever dealt with a snake?
Not
Yeah, this is a
particularly.
familiar one. So
Yeah.
Even with a familiar, they're not going to. That's.
yeah.
I will put it this
I'd
way.
be willing to go through a
Hold on,
voice
hold on,
test.
hold on.
Get a check.
Think of this. If I wanted to grab my dog, dog's a prime example, and try to get him to do something with his mouth that he doesn't want to do because it is very painful, he's gonna fight me.
Yeah, just bear in mind I'm asking these questions for a reason.
Yeah.
I completely understand.
That actually brings me to an interesting question.
Because even though they're a familiar, they have
Agency.
agency of like they don't want to die.
Yeah.
So they'll listen to you, much like a dog will, up to a point.
Mhm.
And then they're going to fight back. Or they're just not going to listen. Because
You
they're
know
gonna,
what? I'll use you.
The term is that they listen to the best of their capability. That a snake is going to have the instincts and reflexes to not let you do that.
Yeah.
because it
Would you consider it a bond thing over time?
no.
It's painful.
No.
Imagine taking a sharp object into your mouth and jabbing it into the roof of your mouth. Because that's what you have to do with that glass vial.
Oh, okay. Well, then I understand.
You see where, so you are, it's not like, oh, let's go milk a cow. It's, I'm going to like
Painful.
force your fang out from, it
Or having a
folds up.
vial big enough to where you can push the fang out and over the lip.
Oh, that's,
Yeah.
sorry. This.
That's how you make
don't have
antivenoms.
fangs.
No, but I can imagine it. It makes me want.
So like, take one of any of your
Basically
teeth
wedge
and
the
try to
bottle
like put
in
a
between
metal
the
or
jar.
a glass jar around it. It's not.
I'm planning on doing this when we get home.
Stop thinking about this.
I mean, like, that, you're gonna fight against it.
Yeah. So, man, if I had known that, I probably wouldn't have grabbed the spell.
You can do other things with it.
Oh, okay. I mean, it all depends. Like, I've got a lot of utility in my head. I don't know how much of it to practice.
So here's the other fun part. Back in the old editions, when you used Find Familiar, you didn't get to choose what you got.
Right.
Really?
It's either a random roll or
It was the DM's choice.
So what is?
And
what about
most of the time they would random roll it.
what about them changing shape then? Was that a
That-
thing?
that's a newer thing.
That's how
That
you
is a
get
newer
into
thing?
the newer.
Yeah. No. Used to it was like, okay, we're gonna roll, and you're gonna get you get a
I
crow,
really
had a
need this.
or you get a rat.
I really
In older
need this
editions, it really
octopus,
wasn't even
but I
familiar. It
accidentally
wasn't
summoned a
spell.
raven on
It was an ability.
Yeah.
I had a frog, and my DM did the Benjamin J. Frog or whatever.
Because another idea that I had is that, like, you know, again with the Arabic thing, possibly going with it was it mold earth or something like that.
Oh.
As like a way to bypass or obstruct.
Yes. No. So mold earth does work that way, but at the same time, you need to fully read those spells because they don't move as much earth as you think they do.
And it also takes time.
Yep.
So it's equivalent to the task.
Yeah.
I actually have an interesting question about that whole poisoner thing, though. Would it be easier to do something that has, like, a venomous barbed tail, like a pseudo dragon?
I'll milk man.
Yes, no. I mean, it's the same concept of like they're not gonna really want you to mess with it, but they will let you. So it's still you're still gonna have to always make that roll.
So it's a partnership, and comfort is definitely a thing.
Yeah.
I imagine with the pseudo dragon, given that it has a 10 in intelligence, it'd be more of like a persuasion roll than an animal handling roll.
Well, the way that D&D does it, it is always going to be a what would be basically a nature roll, or if you have the poisoner's kit, it's a poisoner's kit roll, which is an intelligence roll because it is the intelligence of milking it slash getting the item from.
Whatever you have proficiency in. Because nature is
But
also.
I imagine it would be a simpler, less painful task than jamming something into a snake's mouth.
Yes,
Really pissed.
which but I read everything about it. You're getting. I think it's a roll, and no matter what, it's always 20. Is the DC?
DC's 20. Like, you have to be a 20.
No matter what.
Oh, for the.
And the reason why is, yes, you might be able to get them to like willingly give it. Do they have enough venom or poison or whatever it is in their body to provide enough for
You
what
have
you
to do it
need?
over, like, several days. And
So, like, if you don't get a 20, you don't get a vial that's enough for a single dose.
Or you may fail to preserve it correctly, or...
Yeah. They get into it, and it's the, like, they made the DC set, and Colville's got something coming out soon that's supposed to be similar to that, but it's a little less like set in stone. But because it's not out yet, we can't use it. And I'm not a beta tester for it. I finally stepped away from beta testing stuff. Because you guys didn't. No, you got one or two of them. I didn't ever tell you that I like.
seems like I remember you mentioning something about one of the tests. But I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Anyways, where were we?
So,
Blacksmith.
blacksmith. They. Well, it's gonna cost you something, but
Got a suit of chainmail, a suit of plate, a scale, and I got gold.
my time is not free. We have no use for the chain
Or the scale. I think you said
or the
that.
scale.
I've got the plate and I've got gold. If that helps.
But you're wanting to modify the plate. Which means
Trying to figure out how, like, getting a suit of half plate.
I get what you're
Yeah.
going for, and you get the fact that this city doesn't work the way that other
Yeah.
cities work, is what we're getting at.
It's if he has half plate to buy, and it would fit, I would do that if I had the gold.
We don't adventure. We have no need to adventure.
Gosh,
I am a blacksmith. I was a blacksmith. I know how to blacksmith what you're talking. It's been years since I've done it. I make what we need. We need nails. We need
wow, okay.
What?
Horseshoes.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
I don't want to take up too much of your time. I apologize if it's
Yeah, that's a good
what
point.
to say. I'm trying to think of a dumb way to say inconvenience.
no problems. I'm sorry that we don't work the way that you normally do. unique nails, and he like picks up a bag, holds it out.
Improvise weapons. Everybody's throwing weapons.
Well, I think I could use nails.
Sitting on caltrops.
I get the feeling that Barnabas is really easy to market to.
How much would a bag of nails be?
You are here.
Take the bag of nails.
You have a bag of 20 nails.
Bag of 20 nails.
Deal with those.
Don't knock on it. Actually,
Interesting.
there probably is utility for that.
Yeah, I'll hold 3 of them between the fingers and just punch people.
Oh
I'll be real confused at that brutal myth.
You can't convert them into caltrops. It will take time
Yeah.
of like bending them and.
That's so you can be.
I think it's a what is it a roll though?
It'll give Barnabas something to distract him. So
Yes, you would need to like.
So
Like
like
he's bored out of his mind.
like
no, he is
question.
fucking
The
freaking
same
out.
place that you got that from, I can look at other crafting stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you, like,
If
is
you would, could you send me a link?
Barnabas
to that?
is at a state of.
Like,
What?
the one he linked.
I linked you
Oh.
the poisoner stuff.
Oh yeah, it just had the poisoning, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
so I guess it's just like on there somewhere. It'll
I
allow
mean,
me to go to another.
The link I sent you was somebody that had fully broke down the poisoner everything. It made it easier for me than like they said. Do I really want to go through 5 books to get the knowledge that's on one
Yeah.
website? And he basically compiled it for me, and I do a lot of that. For my like when you guys ask questions, I go on Google and look up and find people that have done erratas like that, where they take all of the books that already exist and just fucking fill it out for me, so I can scroll.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Paige. It's just like it's all there, but it doesn't seem very procedural because there's just so much of it.
And part of the problem is, for years, I was talking to my friend about this. For years, this book is 10 years old now almost. It might be older.
Yeah.
This was the only book that had anything about poisoners in it until they came out with the Xanathars, and then after Xanathars
Tasha.
was Tasha's, and all 3 of those have everything you need now.
Yeah, because I went back and I watched the Dungeon Dudes after that as well.
Yeah, and
Right about 10, because I started playing when I was 16.
yeah, and the thing is if you think about it, you're coming in 10 years after everything's come out. So I've got to sit there and go, okay, this has been out for 10 years. I know how this works. And then they add something new and I have to learn it. Or I have to wait till somebody asks that question. And that's the problem.
So those little
And-
books that you got on here, they're good starting points,
Yes.
but not necessarily for finding
Actually,
rules.
depending on what books I have on D&D Beyond, because you have access to all of my D&D Beyond books, if I have Tasha's is there for you to read.
Yeah, because I want to. I know I want to pick up a craft.
If I have Xanathar's is there to read. And D&D Beyond does make it easier that you can look it up
Wait,
that
are
way,
they-
but you can also just Google it. Huh?
As long
So
as you're.
I pay for
Yeah,
them.
it's shared.
Yeah, but like I can just go and click on one.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
But here's the kicker: is I pay for those, and I pay a membership fee every month so that you guys can use them.
So
That's
you-
how you guys get when you make your character and you want to use a certain spell.
that's why
That
we
spell
have
was
access.
paid for by me.
Oh, okay.
That's why when I tell you guys, like, I would love some sort of
Compensation.
compensation at least once a month, even if you're not eating food here, that's why. Is it's costing me, I think it's $15 a month for you guys to get the access to my books. Not to mention, each book is the same price as buying a hardback, which is $50.
Oh.
It is annoyingly overexpensive, and they are increasing the prices.
Yeah, they're going up to 65, I think.
Mhm.
So you see where, like, when I make, and sometimes, I think Paige was one of the ones where he asked for something that I didn't have yet, and I was like, well, I don't want the rest of that book, because it was a book that, it was like an adventure book,
Yeah.
but it had a certain spell in it that we wanted,
Yeah.
so I paid the $2 for that spell.
Oh.
I've done that for myself. So
So-
like, I want this subclass, so I'll buy that one. So
As far as the rough draft list of crafting options, like I'm sure there's like metalworking stuff like that.
Look in Xanathar's. It's all there.
Xanathar's has
I
downtime
bought-
activities.
I bought the players bundle, so I have a lot of the
Yeah.
sources
So
for
like
myself.
look at Xanathar's for a lot of your what's called downtime, because a lot of what you are talking about is what's called downtime, and technically downtime is what's supposed to happen between adventures, but you guys never go home,
so far.
so you don't have downtime to do metalworking and that's what I'm saying is for this person to make him half plate,
Mhm.
you're gonna have to be here at least a week because it's gonna
Oh.
At
take
minimum.
it's going to take them time to alter. And like I just said, this gentleman's not done actual black.
So if I'm wanting to invest in a trade, it needs to be something more immediate.
Yeah.
Right.
So like poisoner's kits, if you can get a poisoner's kit, poisoner is actually one of the easier ones to take with you because it's a kit.
Yeah.
And it just takes part of your downtime. Oh, you have that familiar of milking the snake before you go to bed. You can
I would need survival to be able to utilize what I see out there as well, right?
right.
Okay.
So a poisoner's kit makes sense.
Mhm.
Having a job as a blacksmith,
Not
which
so much.
is not as much. In third edition, so an older edition, you could have jobs like that where one of my characters was an archer and he was a fletcher. That was my job. Is I made my own arrows. You can do that while you're out and about adventuring. You go and get sticks and you get the
Just ain't gonna go very far with an animal, right?
right.
Like, my first character in Cress was a blacksmith. The workaround to doing it outside of city, there was a specific subclass that allowed me to work with it.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
What is that?
Theric of Forged Domain.
Yeah, I guess that's also.
Also
which was
the
insanely fun.
armorer arcanist.
Yeah.
Not arcanist.
Artificer.
Artificer. Yeah, that.
But there's workarounds to get to where you can do stuff like that outside of the city. But like most of your downtime in 5th edition is in the city.
I do apologize.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah,
I don't mean for these to get so long, but
After getting the bag of nails, Barnabas is just gonna head back to the little house
Okay.
and check to see if anything is written. Most likely not. Then just sit in the common room table and start bending the nails.
Okay. Find it to be difficult.
Oh, yeah.
As
It's something idle hands.
Psycho, you've spent most of your
I'm heading.
back to okay. Onion, what are you doing?
Well, Onion is going to take one of the rooms in the house and spend a couple hours to use some vines to basically sew together the flowers into an outfit,
Okay.
and then eventually come out with that on.
Edane.
So, since Dan has received a message and not had somebody come flying at his face for using magic, he's going to be thinking, so what do you think of our situation here? In his head, of course.
You're fun.
The same thoughts, yes.
dang.
There seems to be a lot of bigwigs around here.
Sure.
Yes,
I spy something blue.
it's a robe.
Got it.
Just awaiting those bells to toll.
Pretty much.
And Onion will return to the town square after they have their outfit in.
Okay. Before Onion gets there, Edane and Finn, a character in a black robe, comes up. This one, though, stands out as the nose, a large leather nose, sticks out of the cowl.
Plague doctor.
Disease.
Yeah, let's say that one's Perseus. Perseus.
Perseus?
Eurystheus the Plague.
Decked on one of the patrons of one of my plague doctors.
God, is this a gun?
Or it's I think it's the carrier.
No, because the carrier is more. Think more of the person that pushes the boat at Styx.
Oh,
Oh, like Sharon.
transition.
Sharon?
Yeah.
Or Charon.
That was the only hope that I may have had of somebody that would let Barnabas stay. That's the word.
I gave myself a DC 10 religion on that one just to see. I got an 8. So.
Again, another 8.
No, I got 11s the last 2 times. This one was just an 8.
They. So, you're here having fun.
Oh, jolly good time. Get to see all the sights.
Never seen.
He's the
Hey,
only
he's
one
going
making
with the
jokes
flow.
now. I gave
He's
up
going
on
with the
that.
flow of sarcasm here.
Remember that guy from the Red Dragon? Can't chlamydia on you.
So, you give body when die?
Give your body to science?
I don't believe I can. I have a contract already.
Shame.
I apologize. You might can ask her later for it.
So,
Or ask for a piece of it.
he turns and looks at you, Finn. If you die, can I have your body?
You're not gonna do anything erotic with it, are you?
I love Ben so much.
No. I plan to incubate
That's
a new disease in you.
Did you have to use the word incubate?
What's the term?
Yes.
You shall be
Yeah.
a host.
I don't really want to gestate anything,
To be fair, you won't really care.
Yeah.
You will be dead.
but he is right. I tell you what, we can make a deal.
What deal would you like to try and make with me?
You don't play rock paper scissors.
Multiple person shears on this one.
Rock, paper, scissors. I
I
can only
believe
put
I will always win, since you can only do this correctly.
Yeah, that's right. Our hands are.
Okay, rock,
Could
paper,
have
scissors,
we
shoot,
had
judo
Jeff
chop.
turn this.
So, I think I have unfair advantage.
Yeah, you do. You're a clever man. Who are you exactly?
I am Theseus.
Which one is that?
The plague.
The plague.
The plague.
The plague doctor.
I follow Tryfella. She brings death with her.
Well, it is a natural thing.
It is.
Ooh. Chain braided one.
Yep.
Nice to meet you.
We get to meet the who's who of all of them.
So, what would you like for your body?
I don't know. Just don't put lipstick on me.
You look fine with lipstick.
I usually get a touch of rouge when you're set up in coffee.
Do you owe anyone money?
Well, yes, actually.
Do your family inherit the debt?
No, we're actually owed things.
Shame. And at this, the guy next to you speaks up. My family would inherit debts. Would you like to sell me your body when you die? How much? Ah,
This guy's just ready to collect more CDs.
and you, for the next
Yeah.
15 minutes, they haggle over like
Thank you.
pricing of how much his body is worth to like incubate a new plague.
Look, he's a charming fella.
And he remembers the amount that he owes, but he's not going to mention that one because he doesn't want to be a part of the
Oh, I
bringing
don't-
a new plague to the world.
So, out of his rooms,
Oh, he looks cool. I like him.
And then the witch doctor, he said to you,
You're giving me SCP vibes.
I love that. I'm sorry. Like
your body is worth ooh ee ooh ah ah ting tang walla walla big bang.
shame I couldn't take you on. And he like starts to meander off, and he turns and goes, But luckily, if you don't survive, you don't have to deal with it. And you, at this, the leather mask like pulls out a little bit more, and the eyes on the mask start to glow red. And I would love for you to have dealt with it. And the head shrinks back in, and he starts to walk.
Cop, I need an adult.
Is that out here by this time?
You'd probably be coming out about the time he's getting off of the.
Just gonna kind of motion towards dude, and you're like, what is that?
Onion's just so curious today.
What did I tell you? Oh, people.
I think I call it customers.
Really?
So after about an hour after the Pharisees shows up, another one shows up.
They're trying to make deals with all y'all.
I just want to.
I'm still waiting for Fritz to pop up and just be like,
Why would she be upset? That's cash prize. Then.
So this one, they have a fairly large staff with them,
Compensating?
and they lean up against it, and they lean in, and they. How well do you do magic?
fair to middling.
Did you go to the school?
I did not. Just kind of came upon me one day.
What would you say is your favorite spell to cast?
Well, I wouldn't know what the name of it is, but it's been really handy in hand-to-hand combat. It basically puts up a protective barrier.
Shield.
Yes, the owner of the elusive spell power word. Fuck you.
So, how often do you pray for your magic?
Haven't really prayed for it. Like I said, it just kind of came upon me. I assumed it was just because the world is weird when it comes to magic.
Unfortunately, it is. could be rectified.
The world being weird or my magic?
Well,
I definitely wouldn't mind not having some of the crazy shit that's happened before. I've had 2 whales following me.
that sounds interesting.
It's very painful, to be fair.
Would you follow me
Who are you?
if everything goes the correct route at the end of this?
In other words, if you follow me, you might be alive.
I can hear all this, right?
Okay.
He's not being quiet about it.
Are you a deity of some magic or something?
I'm hoping that I get fully rectified into my position.
And
Oh, see, that's fun.
while I'm listening into this, can I guess roll for perception to see if I pick up on anything?
I get. Would it be perception or insight?
It'd be perception
Or-
for listening to him.
It would. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's insight to figure out what he's saying is got something hidden behind it.
That I wanna
17.
Huh?
17.
17. Yeah, you're able to hear pretty much the whole conversation, no problem.
And can I roll for insight? On top of that.
15 on insight.
Uh,
Huh, 26.
Bitch.
I like that die.
you can't glean anything off of him. Neither of you.
Man.
Jesus.
Uh,
David.
Yeah, right.
They-
I'll
they-
take
Is
that.
that high?
About the same
It could
stats.
be deception, or it could just be like his passive charisma.
yeah, I feel like Finn would know enough to be curious about this. He's heard some god magic shit. You know.
So, would you be willing to follow me?
I mean, I don't really know you. So I want to follow you exactly. Are you the fellow they sent us out to do a pilgrimage to?
No.
Or was someone else?
I'm the one currently residing in that position that they won't.
Oh, okay, okay.
So, can I hop in on here? They're looking for a god of magic or whatever, right? So, what? The throne's not empty?
Apparently not.
Someone has to control the magic. That someone currently is me. But
You guys don't wait like 2 years for an
And
election.
because he's not fully rectified, he doesn't have full control.
Which is why magic is crazy.
But for
Part of life.
so, are you willing to be a follower?
we can talk.
Take me on a date first, right?
What is your favorite spell to cast?
The bullshit kind.
What is your name?
Illusion. That's what you guys call it. Been on the streets a while.
Understandable. I know the gnome down there, he already follows me. And unfortunately for him, I'm going to be losing a follower. So gaining another one would be beneficial.
That's very
So,
for another effect there.
so you're a god?
I'm a saint.
All right. I mean, that's up there. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
But a question on that.
Give
So
me a religion check to see.
Yeah.
I do like business. So what could I gain from that?
My dice don't want me to know shit. Roll a 2. And I don't want to use my inspiration yet because I might need it later.
Oh, I have an inspiration still.
Yeah. No, I've been hanging on to it.
So, What do you get for being my follower?
Guys, I gotta tell you, like, there's another guy I'd rather talk to that has, my ideals much better than mine. Apparently he's gonna have some opinions about me, but
I think you can follow more than one.
What exactly do you mean, someone that has more ideals for you?
more in line of. But yes, justice.
You really think that Zoran is someone that you follow?
Not yet.
Mm. If you're thinking of being his friend, I don't see why we couldn't still be friends.
Won't he get jealous?
Doubtful.
To be fair, this is usually polytheistic.
So, what are the benefits?
Currently, I could give you a slight boon. Magic will work a little bit better in your favor.
Your DC goes down.
And why do these other folks want your position so bad? And why right now is there such contention for it?
Because we are in the time of the reckoning.
Oh, so it is election year. Okay.
And he looks up at and sort of stares. And for the first time, it doesn't follow a succession like normal.
But yeah, there's a lot of rules not being followed right now. So why is magic so wonky?
There's a long story on that one.
Everybody's got long stories.
Yeah, I don't think we'll survive to hear the rest of it.
I know, but you want to die with something, right?
The short version is the previous goddess vacated unexpectedly.
Death?
So insight is for telling if they can lie, and perception is just the ability to perceive it, or to perceive a conversation, or
Yeah.
pull more in from a distance, or
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Well, yeah. If Finn hears that, and given some of the stuff that he's heard, something seems a little froggy. So no, I'm gonna have to say no, buddy.
Fine.
I don't like the cut of your jib.
I could have saved you from all this hassle.
No, that's gonna be Raz Al Ghul.
Sorry.
That guy.
You don't get reborn in the Lazarus pit. You're getting drowned.
Shame. So you have a chance of surviving this.
I certainly hope so.
Can I count on you being a follower?
Really don't think a Dane would follow him. To be totally honest. But to be fair, I don't think so.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Is there a
We're
bro
on
out
the
there?
quest retrieving coins and items for the sister of the vacated god of magic.
Yeah, that's what kind of tipped me.
That's the other.
He would know the girl, so
He may not.
yeah, I was there.
No, I'm in.
Oh, not him. I don't know if he knows.
And you weren't there when we got that information.
Well, I don't know if she's got a magic, but something about her and
We know that
journey
you know
sticks
that we
out.
were trying to get.
It's in your head.
I don't even know that. Like, this is something Finn would come about on his own.
Okay.
He is perceptive, if not a little foolish.
I don't really think so. But to be fair, I don't think I'll be following your possible replacement either.
That's good to know. At least we're still at a wash. Oh well. Good luck on your judgments.
Oh, yeah.
And he walks away.
Onion would have been around the stage. Could they have heard any of that?
Give me a perception check.
One based on hearing, no disadvantage.
Has he had that?
Wow.
Hmm?
Really? 7.
You heard fuck all.
I mean, you catch a little bit of it, but not enough to really.
Understand anything?
Yeah.
It doesn't help that common is not their first language.
Usually he's good at those.
Barnabas is just working with
Yeah,
the notes
it's
until he goes to sleep.
Okay.
Assuming we
You
get
my
that far.
blind.
If we get that far.
A couple of minutes later, another rogue figure comes up.
Well, I'm just popular today.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's
They're trying to incite followers.
this one. He looks you over, and he It's unfortunate you got here. You should have been further down the road by now. We were looking for you months ago.
I recognize this voice.
Give me a perception check.
Roll with a different dice this time.
I've been rolling with a different dice every time. Use this one.
Actually, I don't trust you touching my dice.
What was it?
This has been amazing.
Perception.
Perception.
Perception. That's a 26.
It seems familiar. But the last time that you heard it, it was not natural.
It's Eric.
To be fair, we really tried to get down the road. There's been a lot of obstacles when it comes to the waste.
That's part of why it's a pilgrimage.
Fair.
So, now that we found ourselves here, the lady would like me to ask you if you plan to join her cause.
And what the cause exactly would that be?
Trying to rectify a usurper's problem.
Meaning kicking out the old guy.
Yes.
Do you still have those zealots going around?
Unfortunately, we cannot contain all of them.
We actually just ran into one of yours a couple nights ago. Well, 3 nights ago now.
Per se, who
I don't know the name. I just remember they were impersonating a couple people.
You're not talking about the zealots. You're talking about the creatures.
I believe so, yes. Like, from my recalling, they didn't see fully the whole situation, but they recognized from that. There was similar something going on there.
Some of the creatures are not under our command.
So really the question to me is, what are y'all to take over? Who's going to lose out?
What do you mean?
Usually those who crave power have a willingness to stomp out a few other people who didn't deserve it. Understandably, the people who did deserve it, but there's also those who were just trying to live.
Finn will remember that.
Stomping out the cockroaches and removing them from power that they unjustly took. Is not a problem.
Like I said, I agree with that one. I can understand that. But I've also seen where just the everyday folk get smushed too.
Unfortunately, problems like that sometimes happen.
You know, I could handle the gods, but I don't know who this pompous asshole is.
Pretty sure this is the person who sent us out.
Oh, I don't like you.
It's,
I don't know you.
You will.
Oh no.
when you light up like a beacon.
You will die.
Not Zarek, but the other one.
Oh, the Zion?
Yes.
Is it Zarek or is it Zion?
It wouldn't be Zarek, I don't think. Oh wait, yeah, no, it was because his
Or it
voice
could
was
be-
messed up.
He
Oh,
couldn't
yeah,
speak
because we heard him over a loudspeaker.
No, it wasn't a loudspeaker, it was in our heads.
Yeah. Memory's coming back. Memory's coming back.
You are here by accident.
To be fair, we are here too by accident.
Which is unfortunate, but it's part of the reason you might survive.
That's good to know.
The rest of your party, are they still around?
They're still on about.
Onion is right next to the stage.
He wouldn't know about you, and he wouldn't know about me. Oh, no, he wouldn't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
about you.
Onion is one
He
force.
just wouldn't know about Barnabas.
I will ask around and find them. If the lady still needs her answer,
I guess the question in there is, what are her conditions? Say yes or no. I should be able to make a fair judgment here, since I'm being judged on this day.
your judgment is the fact that we plan to rectify a problem that happened a few hundred years ago. And at the same time, rectify a problem that happened a few centuries ago.
That or something is really fucked with press.
Unfortunately, one of your people has ties with the usurpers.
Usurpers?
But the others that I know of are much like you. Problems with magic.
I am Finn.
Love him so much.
We can fix that. You traveled with Zarek.
I did.
How often did he have problems with his magic?
Never.
I don't recall him having problems.
And there's reasons for that.
Boons.
Might doesn't always make right, boy.
Oh, agreed.
Oh, that's all Barnabas has.
Oh no, you could be shit.
So, you have problems with people dying. But unfortunately, that's how problems sometimes get solved.
That's true.
And a few thousand outweighs that we need to make it right.
See, in here you would think the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, but a few thousand's a little more than a few. That's-
What will a Dane do?
right.
Who do you trust, a Dane?
Wait, can I just get an
All
insight on
leads
this?
back to the question of the black.
Can't remember,
solution.
did I insight him? I did perception on him. I didn't do insight on him. I did insight.
Stay you can inside him.
It's a natural 20.
Oh hell yeah.
For
For 24.
Oh, the DC was 35.
He is definitely hiding something. But what, you're not sure.
If I say yes, can I get out of these shackles? Is what your thought process should be.
Well, again, they still thinking judgment has code.
Give me your card back.
She's actually got words for you today.
So does she kind of work as his with his insight checks? That'd be kind of cool.
Well,
I
she
think he
listens
has
to
a
me and gets snarky responses to me a
I
lot of
think she
times.
has her own insight check too.
Possibly.
She might just know.
Your blade is literally what this city is meant for.
Murder spree?
Yeah, probably.
Watch, he's gonna kill everybody, absorb all that energy, become
I think turn into the magic guy.
But if he's the one casting judgment, is it Ral's Orn or is it Ral's Eye?
Oh, that's kind of interesting. I like that. Are they parading that thing in the middle?
What do you mean?
I think they went off with it.
Yeah,
the block.
it's not there.
Oh, sure. It's just my.
Take way, Prince Ali. Helia blah blah.
I appreciate the many offers y'all have given us and the opportunities. But at the moment, I'm going to have to decline.
It's unfortunate, but the lady will have to hear that.
Great apologies.
I'm not a part of this, man. Don't look at me.
You are here for the same reason as he.
I was kidnapped.
And you cast magic in a town that you're not supposed to.
We all get lonely.
Ladies will definitely come to you with the correct spells.
Come.
Are you talking about some kinky shit?
You aren't.
No. Quit messing with my head.
I mean, it's going to stop listening at this point.
I offer you the same thing. The lady wants to know if you would bow to her.
First of all, don't really do the bowing thing. Second of all, a common man really isn't a cockroach.
Sometimes they are,
No.
especially when they have done you unjust.
And see, that's the point of the conversation. Justice is complicated. I don't believe you have it.
I do believe that someone pretending to be me gives me the right to take what is supposed to be mine.
Materialistic too. Not a good look.
Oh my god, he's gonna get
I
zapped
think
right
Ben
now.
and I are
Huh?
going to die at the same time, and we're both walking in with new characters.
I had
Pivoting.
So,
rolled a 19 for perception, by the way.
a question, because you expect me to know a lot about you.
No. But I will answer a few questions.
If you expect someone to make a judgment, since we're talking about judgment, then I've got to know things. Why say so easily in passing that these cockroaches have to be stepped over to get what you want?
Because when serpents bite their master, they need to be put down, much like dogs or any other creature.
Yeah, I wish I had balls that big. Good luck.
If Onion could hear that, they will be hissing at that.
It's a shame. And he turns to the guy next to you. The lady would like to know if you would pledge to be with her.
You're not your enemy, man.
And the guy goes, I'm dead. What does it matter? You are not dead yet.
Oh, son of a bitch.
The far one is dead. You have a chance. And this is the first time any of you have heard that this guy does not.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
not what.
He's
I mean,
not outright dead.
Not just
Yeah.
outright dead.
And they continue to have a conversation. And he does not agree, but he does not say no.
This is gonna be my arch enemy.
Onion. You did hear part of that conversation.
Hmm?
You also stand out like a bright beacon, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna find you easily.
Yeah. And shortly after they finished their conversation, are you still in the town square?
Yeah, I'm basically like just kind of walking back and forth around the, just trying to look for familiar faces, but also listening to anyone that's like
So give me a perception check while you are walking
And
around.
all Dane's seeing is
visual,
Onion
auditory, general.
No, you little guy.
seeing Onion in one outfit, then a different outfit,
And then-
and then another outfit.
Shopping?
Finally, something good. 17.
As you are walking around, and it is one of those you've sort of paid attention a little bit to what's been talked about on the podium, and there's a couple of people that have caught your eye, but before you get a chance to really take too much of them in front of you steps a figure.
Do I recognize this figure?
Give me another perception check. Again, they're all in black robes.
That's a 6.
He looks somewhat familiar, but it's hard to tell.
With the
Yeah, and he You got lost. It's a shame.
You don't recognize the voice.
Yes.
Which voice is this?
The lady would like to know if you are willing to.
This is not the same person that was on the podium.
No,
right?
it is.
It is. Oh,
Worship a human being.
based on what I gleaned from the conversations you had up there, unlikely. As much as I would love to help Zarek in his missions, the disregard for the lives of others is very off-putting.
Disregard for life of others. It's funny. Seeing as one of the people that you cherish does the same.
Who are you talking about?
Zarek informed me that you were looking for your brother.
Onion will very quickly take a more defensive posture. Not like defensive, fight ready, but like
Taking it back.
Kind of thing.
Your brother decided to side with people that make me look like a saint.
unfortunately, I've not really had the best perception of certain saints. But that doesn't mean much.
I don't mean saint as what I meant of these. I'm talking of the ones that are pious.
Not exactly.
I need to see this for myself.
Lady Yale, she's on par of what would make me look wonderful. And I'd be on her level with what your brother does.
Wait, Lady who?
Yella.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's not a name I've heard.
No.
I'm afraid I don't recognize that name.
That's. I keep forgetting you're not of this world.
I don't know how.
Just clarification. Defense. Onion's brother is tied with people that set Zion similar level. Is that what I heard? Or what as a player? I'm trying to understand what that like recap of what that sentence was. I'm sorry.
Basically, he's saying that what his brother has done makes him look like a saint. On the fact that he wants to like wipe out
Specific
thousands of people.
Moral implications.
So like morally, he's better than what Onion's brother is.
Okay, thank you. Because the way I initially heard it was Onion's brother is tied with the pious sect.
No,
That's how I had heard it. Thank you for the clarification.
no, it's the if Onion's brother makes me look like I'm pious.
Okay,
That's-
thank you.
Barnabas and Green, right?
No, that was I needed that clarification. because
Well,
he
then in
he-
player said it was so.
he always liked
What's a pod
people.
sect?
I don't understand why he would want to hurt anyone. He had
No, I mean I know the
so much back home.
But he's not home, is he? And you are looking for him and trying to bring him back to that place. We could help. We could even help change what changed him.
What is your goal?
Our goal is to bring magic back to the way it should be. To rectify problems. To remove those that shouldn't be here.
Send you back home?
They're gonna give them
Intricate
Wait, to what? Those that shouldn't be here?
Remove those that shouldn't be here.
You see, there comes a bit of an issue with that. Removed can mean a lot of things, and I technically shouldn't be here.
So we send you home.
He's gonna go.
Did my brother choose this willingly?
You'd have to ask him that.
If he really has given up who he was, I don't know that it'd be a good idea to send him home. He could cause so much harm.
As I said, we could possibly fix things before we send him home.
Something I would only want if he had not chosen this in the first place.
Okay, buddy.
Because if this is truly who he is, I do not feel it right to change that.
The choice is yours to whether you join us or not. I present what I offer to you.
I need to think on it.
Fine. I will be finding your other companions to ask them similar questions.
And just so I know, who are you again?
They call me the Zion.
That's what I thought.
It's the leader under the domain. Zion was the first follower of what we were understanding as the new god.
Yeah, that's why we bring the my girlfriend gets that.
Like that you're just chilling in your room at the abode.
I was.
Yeah, but that person said the exact things to get Onion to consider this. Like, join a cult that wants to hurt people? No way! We can fix your brother.
Give you time to think.
Suppose I need it.
You have a lot of decisions to make, honey.
That all being said, I do not know if I'm going to be myself by the end of this, so...
That is fine. Still your choice. Good. And they turn and start to leave.
At least they're polite. For the most part.
Yes. Polite. Like Strahd von Zarovich.
Yes.
During
I
all
don't
of
know who
this,
that
Barnabas
is.
would have been
It's the
sitting at
vampire
the
dude.
common room table,
I just heard
bending nails.
cockroaches. I didn't like that.
Get bored and frustrated, having trouble with it. Tied 7 of the nails into braids in his hair so he can tie it back.
Are you?
Am I
seven?
watching Barnabas do this and struggling?
Like,
Yes.
Like, he would have been struggling to bend the nails, get frustrated,
Would you like some assistance, possibly?
Sure. Just thinking.
A bow? Remind you,
lot.
I don't really know what's going on.
So I was told that some of these fucking higher up see me and Onion as a blight.
Oh.
I've been called worse.
Well,
but-
possibly that's because of your werewolfiness.
Yeah. And it's my choices where either I have that getting rid of or I die.
And what are you leaning towards?
If I lose this, are they also going to take away like everything that makes me me?
I mean,
'Cause I don't know how this shit works.
Isn't there an option to find a
It's
different
kind of like when I found out I can change. When I kind of found out I can do all this shit with my magic blood.
I'm sure there's other ways to
So
make
if
magic
they're
blood.
if they're gonna get rid of that, me anymore? Because
Well,
really, will I be any use to you guys?
would you prefer to forget about your life and die just laying down, or would you rather have a
Right
fighting
now,
chance?
what I'm wanting to do is be strong enough to help you lot. I want to help Onion find his brother. I want to help you find your sister. I want to help
Oh,
the
I
Dane
found her.
find.
She's
The
in
fuck?
the city.
You didn't think to bring that up
No,
to anyone.
I was just watching you guys. You struggle, and I
But-
kind of felt bad.
I also want to help a Dane find who offed his little sister. I want to actually be free, not on the run. I want my name cleared because I didn't kill the fucker.
Mm-hmm.
I want my name cleared. And I want to help free people like me. But if everything's gotten rid of, am I going to be strong enough to fucking help you guys?
I'm
Am
sure
I going
you
to be
will
strong
be.
enough to actually do what I want?
I'm sure you will be. I mean, I think there's a weird magic that'll happen, and maybe you'll come out better.
I don't fucking know. It's either that or I die, and I was told I'm not even going to be able to help a Dane out of his fucking shackles if I choose to stay the way I am, because I'll get killed.
Mm,
But if that's gotten rid of, am I going to be able to help at all? Am I just going to be in y'all's way?
I'm sure there's many ways we could help
That's dying.
us.
He's got 7 of them tied in, so 3 of the side, 1 back, and just
Mhm.
everything tied back, letting his ears show.
Well, I think you should choose what's best for you as a Barney. Somebody knocking at our door. I suppose I'll go get that.
Marvis is just sitting at the table, head in hands.
I open the door.
Ah! Who's here?
Barnabas and me. Onion's in the town square, I'm pretty sure.
Shit. He's in trouble.
He's in trouble?
Yeah.
What's he in trouble for?
Nothing.
Is it the same thing that's happening to Barnabas over here?
I don't know what he's talking about, but no, probably not.
He
He was
has a
told
decision to make.
specifically that the laws were, do not go out of the city.
Possibly. We need to find Onion and get him inside
Inside?
somewhere.
Well,
Hearing that, Barnabas is going to go ahead and go put on his armor and grab his sword and shield.
I'm pretty sure he's in the town square. But
Give me about 5 minutes.
I don't have that. And he turns and starts
I'll go with.
Leaving the armor and then just grabbing sword and shield and following behind.
I'm
Okay.
going with him.
Onion is continuing to scan people.
Yep. as you guys are approaching the town square, Onion, earlier, before you were interrupted, you were staring at people, and you happen to notice that one of them has been sitting and staring back at you the whole time, ever since that conversation started. And when you move, they follow.
Like their eye follows, or they.
They move.
Can't really mean people go to bed.
Right?
Going down there. They probably feel more curious than threatened, so they will approach.
Onion approaches. Okay. I need Barnabas and Psycho to give me perception checks.
Sight correct.
Unless you're finding Onion another way,
I'd be trying for smell.
then you can do that.
Good.
I got 19.
Oh shit!
Good.
I got a 19.
19.
23.
You're both able to spot him. Them.
What was that one?
For Psycho, you see that Onion is approaching a robed figure.
Is he in, he's approaching somebody that's in a rope.
Yeah.
As you get closer, the person, their hands come out and they are covered in silver. And they start to pull the hood back, and all you see is a silver mask.
They will immediately stop and start backing up.
And it's in when you hear it, it also feels like it's in your head. You hear, such another child to take. Another child. No.
They will take like a fight ready stance at that.
With this, I think I would be running towards him.
So you're running.
Mm-hmm.
Onion, are you doing anything?
They are
If they were a cat, they would be all poof and tell.
like they are
Shield is going straight on. I haven't drawn the sword yet because
they are
I don't know.
like in a
Not as
fight ready
close as
posture.
it
They are
was.
trying to think of a way to get through this without using magic. They are glancing around, but also trying not to lose sight of the guy for too long, looking for like escape routes, people to help. Just
Give me a
And Barnabas
perception check.
very quickly gets ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
With a hit level 7,
Mm-hmm.
Speed.
as nobody has quite noticed yet, but Barnabas's legs don't exactly look all that human anymore.
Oh.
Oh god.
Is your
Uh,
character slowly becoming able?
perception.
Yeah.
18.
18.
I'm gonna flavor
Um,
speed boost.
You see a lot of movement in the crowd. Running in your direction.
I will kind of guardedly start stepping towards that direction.
You know, uniting siblings would be.
Who is this?
Silver Master
Big bad evil guy from the other campaign.
that stole his brother.
So with dash, I now have 80-foot movement.
Okay.
Am I able to get close to Onion at
Keep in
all?
mind you're cutting through a crowd, so it's going to be 40 feet movement due to difficult
And it
terrain
is
unless you're planning to pull
Barreling,
everybody.
like barreling through people.
Okay. It's still
I
gonna
was
be-
told the Onion's in trouble, and now I see shiny silver, which Barnabas has been told is bad. So getting to Onion as quickly as possible.
Okay.
And he will yell out in Sylvan, "What have you done to him?"
He chose to join.
And I do not.
But you would be so wonderful with us.
Back where your blood will be my next feast.
Oh God.
That'll do it.
Children. Much they still don't understand.
Onion is shaking. They do not believe that they could win this fight. They are just trying everything.
About this time, Barnabas comes up to your side.
It's the one.
Stepping in between.
Barnabas, for you, it is your like.
It's a hell of a lot more terrifying than Onion described.
This is a person. One, they're wearing the black robes that everybody else is wearing, but they have pulled the hood back. And pulling the hood back, all you have is a black silhouette with a silver mask that has etchings, and it is slightly broken. But even where the broken spots are, there is nothing.
Another faction?
Alright, fucker, so you're gonna go ahead and tell me, who the hell are you and what do you want with Onion?
I want to. And when you hear it, it's this raspy voice, but it's also in your head. The rasp hits. And it is... For you, I need a wisdom save.
Oh shit.
Oh, this is something that affects humanoids, isn't it?
13.
You are frightened of them.
I cannot get closer, I know that.
Yep.
Onion.
It's not the fear spell, so you're not forced to flee.
That's what I'm checking right now.
You
Conditions.
can't get closer. You have disadvantage on
On
attack.
attack rolls if they are in line of sight.
Yep.
And disadvantage on ability checks.
Yep.
Unless you're giving the sibling to us, you're not fucking taking him.
It's his choice to come and join.
Onion is going to be glancing around. Now that this is happening, trying to see if Saffron is also there.
Give me a perception check.
Violence. Oh, earlier while this is happening, I was like, I wonder if you're doing
That's a 5.
I'm like, okay.
You can't tell.
Each is in trade.
Panicked.
Gotta see how this fucking
Is
thing
this
works.
within range of us? Like, can we see what's going on?
Uh,
Not doubtful that we could do anything about it.
And they're kind of over here in the crowd.
Yeah, they're off a little bit of ways, but they're not because. Yeah,
I get the feeling this is a guy that doesn't really care not to make a scene. I mean,
All my shit is figuring out it, to be able to track better, so.
Onion will be
Sniffing and like trying to hone in on the entity in front.
there is nothing.
Nothing. Can't tell if they feel that nothing.
It actually it's like there's nobody there.
Gotcha.
Onion will.
they wouldn't be able to see me.
Hmm?
They wouldn't be able to see me.
Yeah. Barnabas picks up the smell.
No,
So because I haven't drawn the sword yet,
Oh no,
it's
they
just
can
shield
see
in
that.
front
It's
and
just
then
that.
hand
I'm not
against
saying I'm
Onion's
talking
chest,
about the average individual.
pushing 5 foot back.
That's something magic.
I mean, Onion isn't going to try to get closer. So,
The reunion will happen one way or another. I'd rather it be good times.
Sorry. Blondie got hit stuck in my head.
I don't think there's anything good about your terms.
You don't know them. And you can see the mask shifts, and it is, you're watching Silver move into a grin.
I love my brother. From what I understand, you have morphed into something that isn't that.
Still.
Poor Onion's just got
And you
shit.
will be kind of quietly calling out to Cole, to Zarek, some of the Archfey. Someone help me.
Thinking to the tower, because Barnes doesn't know what entity that is. We'll be praying. Listen, it's all to keep the people I care about safe. One last time if this goes south. And I will give up everything.
Is this to the stick guns?
No, it's to whatever that tower is.
Oh,
The candle?
Because the sticks, fuck all, they're not answering, they're not giving me direction, fuck them.
we have found another enemy.
This is light as day, like the saints and deities are here. So, if they're around, maybe something will hear.
So is Onion doing anything, resisting the pushback, or
Not really resisting. They're probably still trying to keep line of sight of the being, but they're not resisting the pushback.
I need Onion to give me a concept.
Constitution save, okay? 16.
You feel a prick on your hip.
Line up with that.
No, that's just the sound of the scuffling feet.
Well,
He can't move it past. He's stuck on the leg.
the moment they feel it, they will try to grab whatever it was.
There's an arm there. And you look back, and this one's not trying to hide themselves that much, as it is a person in the black robes. They have silver lining across their face, but they have red hair, fair complexion, long ears.
That's me.
And glowing blue eyes.
Yep.
Saffron?
Join.
Hmm?
Join.
No. Oh no.
And at this, they move their arm. Give me another con save.
Uh-oh.
From this one, they're actively going to be trying to, like, avoid. But, 14.
Okay. So that's 2 fails.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
At this, they. We'll see you later, brother. Sister. Thanks. I'm picking them all up. The rest of our kin that you're missing. And they step back, and as they do, they disappear.
And you will, like, try to chase after them. And
So, first failed save. take 9 poison damage.
Okay.
You are now poisoned.
Uh-oh.
Oh, great.
You also
Disadvantage. Ability checks.
drop down to 1 knee and spit up blood as your HP is halved.
Oh.
My maximum HP?
Oh no.
That's candy and onion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever damage I told you took, that's after the halving.
And is it permanent?
Which. Ah.
So,
Somehow not technically bloody.
Probably a handy thing, but it sucks at the same time.
Barnabas, the figure in front of you is still there, and the smile gets bigger and bigger, and then the silver shatters, and the robes to the ground.
So this was in Crest.
No, this happened.
I mean, it was the guy was in the campaign. So. Or something.
That guy's gone, so I'm gonna turn around. Whichever one of you fuckers is over healing, help. Let that thing in here.
Onion is
Help
fighting.
out, Onion.
Onion is fighting the instinct to cast Lesser Restoration.
Take 13 more poison damage.
That almost drops me.
Me and the Bach are almost there.
No, you guys show up at the point that the ropes hit the ground. And
Cradling Onion in arms now.
are you below half HP?
Yes, I'm at 2 out of my current maximum of 24.
Oh, sweet. You are unconscious.
I'm
No.
assuming still breathing heavily.
Oh yeah. So it's 2 different poisons.
You can stack.
Mm-hmm.
Different effects.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I will take it.
Killed Charlie at one point.
Yep.
Yeah, the poison condition has very little that it does by itself. It's the poisons themselves that determine like a bunch of the effects.
Purple worm poison.
Yeah, different
Poison
flavors.
at
I
midnight.
tasted some really bad
I
poison.
saw that one.
I tasted some really bad. My character Charlie tasted some really bad poison and like dropped out like by one drop.
Thankfully, we had a cleric.
Yes.
You are unconscious for that amount of time. Okay. So,
It was a very guttural, like animalistic fucking no.
a lot of people have gotten up and they're moving. It is like now sort of like it is the first time that, and for Edane and Finn, it's the first time that you've sort of seen the square clear out to a little bit.
Oh, wow.
And there's a lot of people screaming in the background, and that's where we'll pick up next week.
As dude's cradling onion.
Yep.
As just made a deal with a god. As Barnabas just made a deal with a god.
I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching tonight. I hope you guys have enjoyed our session of D&D. Again, we do it live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central, and it comes out on YouTube on Saturdays. I'm Shinigami Tabris. I hope you have a wonderful day or a wonderful night wherever you are. And until next time, everyone, peace.